Logan Paul predicted that he and his younger brother Jake Paul would make a WWE tag team appearance before his WrestleMania performance. The YouTube stars are currently dabbling in a wrestling-related career. Will Jake and Logan Paul return to WWE? When is Logan Paul's next fight? Stay tuned to find out all the important unanswered questions we need answered. First up, what is a WWE tag team? Well, in professional wrestling, a tag team is a team of two or more wrestlers who are working together as a team. The term tag team has become used in a metaphorical sense for a pair of partners who alternate in participation in an activity, and tag teaming for the act of alternating with an ally. A bookend tag team is a term for a tag team where the member look and or dress alike, e.g. the Killer Bees, British Bulldogs, Heart Foundation, etc. Bookends are common at North America, Europe, and Mexico, but not at all in Japan. One member of the face team would be in the ring taking a beating from one of his heel opponents. Occasionally, both wrestlers from the heel team would attack him while his partner protested to the referee. Eventually, the weakened front wrestler does make the tag to his partner, who can take on both opponents quite easily. In 1901, the first tag team matches in the United States were held in San Francisco. Tag team wrestling is now almost traditional in American professional wrestling. A frequent storyline is former tag team partners turning on each other, which can generally ignite a feud. Next up, when will Jake and Logan Paul return to WWE? As of September, Jake Paul has tweeted about his venture for WWE. It's important to note that Jake seems to imply in his tweet that he would travel to Saudi Arabia solely to witness the game. However, others have predicted that WWE will inquire about Jake's potential appearance on the show, which would mark his professional debut. Prior to his brother's in-ring debut, Jake did make an appearance on the WrestleMania 38 kickoff program, but he was absent from the broadcast itself. Paul thinks he and his younger brother would make an excellent tag team and is thinking about pursuing a career in wrestling if the audience likes his performance. Paul revealed to TMZ Sports, quote, "That's a fantastic idea. I've never thought about it." He also said, "That's a great idea. Oh my god, yeah man, I could definitely see that happening. Geez, that would be nutty." It's interesting to note that Jake stated during his April appearance that he will unquestionably wrestle for WWE at some point. Perhaps WWE will use Crown Jewel as a launching pad for that. However, it's important to emphasize that this is still just conjecture. As of now, it appears that Jake will visit Saudi Arabia solely to watch the game. Next off, when is Logan Paul's next fight? Even though Logan Paul is getting ready to put on his wrestling boots, he has his boxing gloves on standby, just in case. Paul, 27, has just finalized a long-term contract with WWE. At WrestleMania 38, he made his WWE debut by partnering with The Miz to take on Rey and Dominic Mysterio. After the contest, The Miz turned against him, and the two will square off at SummerSlam on July 30th. Over the coming months, Paul will take part in a few more WWE matches. After all, the Logan brothers are not known for losing opportunities. Logan Paul said, quote, "To be honest, I don't think its future in WWE is up to me. I think it's up to the fans to see if they agree with me thinking I'm good. I think I am good, but I am freaking biased though. If the fans like my performance and what I could bring to the table, then I'll entertain that conversation. So yeah, absolutely, it is really fun, dude. I'm actually enjoying it. It is awesome." When did the Paul brothers start their wrestling career? Paul attended Ohio University to wrestle, but he left school to work for Vine. He gained fame on Vine for his 6-second sketches, which included the wildly popular Supermarket Wrestler. In this video, he would charge out in a singlet and challenge shoppers to a wrestling match. As his acting and social media careers expanded, Paul made videos of himself wrestling bears, alligators, and sumo wrestlers. Dominic Abounder was only the second scariest opponent he had ever faced. Even today, he uses the mental toughness he developed through wrestling to defeat opponents like KSI and Floyd Mayweather in the boxing ring. He even made a $10,000 bet with influencers who could defeat him in a wrestling match and would get the money. By discussing his experiences on the mat, sparring other wrestlers, and challenging influencers to matches, Logan Paul actively promotes the sport of wrestling. Next up, how could the WWE tag team competition benefit the Paul brothers? If things go well at WrestleMania 38, YouTube and social media star Logan Paul are open to the idea of extending his stay in the WWE. Paul thinks his preparation is progressing to the point where he may become a WWE regular. Paul will make his in-ring debut next month when he teams with The Miz to take on Rey and Dominic Mysterio on the grandest stage of them all. Paul has been a part of the WWE for a while. He was recruited last year to take part in the Sami Zayn vs. Kevin Owens WrestleMania feud. Although Paul did not work a match, he was present for the fight between Zayn and Owens and received a stunner from Owens following the match. Jake Paul, the younger brother of Paul, has achieved success in boxing as well. He has a 5-0 professional record and has defeated notable opponents including former UFC fighters Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley. Logan told TMZ Sports that he liked the notion of working with Jake in the future if things go well for him in WWE. When Bad Bunny, a singer, worked a tag team match at WrestleMania last year, the WWE fans embraced him wholeheartedly. He was even invited to return this year as a surprise participant in the Royal Rumble. Next off, how do the Paul brothers make money apart from wrestling? Logan Paul has a second YouTube channel for his podcast, which has nearly 3 million subscribers. His podcast is rated number 25 in the comedy category on iTunes in the US and has over 30,000 reviews, which is huge, and he monetizes the show through genuinely standard podcast sponsorships. Tickets for the 2019 fight between Logan Paul and KSI are said to have brought in over $11 million. Logan and KSI each earned more than $900,000 according to reports. Logan Paul made $250,000 for attending the bout with Mayweather and another $10 million from pay-per-view sales. However, it seems worthwhile to me if this man just engages in one battle annually and receives a great $10 million paycheck along with a ton of free publicity that improves his reputation as a whole. According to Forbes, Paul collected $40 million after taxes. In addition, he earned another $5 million from NFTs, his YouTube channel, and sponsorship partnerships with companies like Boohoo Man. However, the 24-year-old boxer's exploits account for 90% of his earnings, placing him second on Forbes' list of the richest YouTubers. His overall earnings, $45 million, would have put him ahead of boxing's top pound-for-pound fighter, Canelo Alvarez, on the list of last year's highest-paid athletes. Next off, will Jake Paul, like his brother Logan Paul, pursue a WWE career? Logan Paul made news in the professional wrestling world after becoming a huge internet hit and engaging in his celebrity boxing contests. The Maverick won his matches at WrestleMania 38 and SummerSlam, showcasing his wrestling prowess and earning the respect of the WWE crowd. Likewise, once his match at PPV event against Hasim Raham Jr. is postponed, Jake Paul, his brother, might possibly join WWE. Jake is a former internet sensation who eventually became a boxer just like his brother. Jake does share his brother Logan's athleticism, and he recently mentioned in an interview that he would sign up with the WWE to join Logan Paul's tag team. In a recent interview with WFAN, Jake Paul responded to the query of if he ever intends to team up with Logan in the WWE. He commented that he couldn't risk getting injured by jumping over the top rope right now since he was preparing for an upcoming boxing match. In case you weren't aware, Paul had a perfect 5-0 record in boxing and was anticipating his 6th triumph, but because the war was called off, this won't happen anytime soon. The cancellation of the fight was announced via a tweet from Most Valuable Promotions. He might decide to switch to wrestling like his brother, who's having fun in the ring. Additionally, Triple H, the new creative boss, is taking some courageous and dramatic steps, as seen in the most recent SummerSlam, making it seem pretty plausible. When Logan Paul and Jake Paul eventually enter the WWE tag team competition, it will be quite exciting to see what they have in store for us. After all, they are passionate wrestlers who are thriving. Who's better at wrestling, Logan or Jake Paul? Who's your favorite of the two brothers? Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.